Hey guys, how are you? Jamie Lynn here. Welcome to my channel. Today we are talking about beginning juicing and how to get started on your juicing journey. I have gotten so many messages, mostly through Facebook. I post a ton of my juices on Facebook and always am talking about juicing and the benefits I get from juicing, and everybody's always messaging me or commenting and saying, how do I get started? And I think I've thought about making this video at least a dozen times, and I even thought that I made a beginning juicing video, but I actually haven't. I have plenty of juice videos about like making celery juice, which is one of my favorites that I always make, and just lots of other juices that I've done, or like the benefits of some of it, but I've never actually like explained how the heck to get started. So today, Kalina and I are going to show you and tell you. Okay, so this is the juicer that I have. This is the Omega J8006. I've actually been using this juicer for about 4 or 5 years. I guess it's pushing 5 years now. This is a slow masticating juicer. I did have, before this, I had a Breville juicer for about 3 years. I've been juicing in total 7 years, and the Breville just broke down so quickly. The difference is that this one has like a centrifuge. So what this one does is it will actually crush the juice and kick the pulp out, and it really does a lot better job of extracting the juices. The Brevilles, what they do is they just shred the fruits and vegetables, so you really can't do anything like kale or any kind of leafy greens. A lot of the lighter stuff gets kicked out through the shoot, and I know I've had like whole apples just get kicked out through the shoot. You just get a lot of like really wet pulp, and those just break down so fast. This one, I'm still seeing the same quality of juice as I did this, like the day that I got it. And this is, you know, 4, almost 5 years later. But the Breville, I started noticing that the quality of my juice declined in about 6 months. I noticed a very big difference because those need to be sharpened and constantly cared for. So I will put some links in the description to a juicer alternative that's available on Amazon, free 2-day shipping, that's a lot cheaper than the Omega and does the same exact thing. I've suggested it to a lot of other people, and I've seen the quality of juices that they've gotten and how theirs works, and it's just as good as an Omega. Huron also makes a really good juicer if you have the money for a Huron. I've always wanted one. I haven't been able to jump on that route yet, but maybe one day in the future I will. Okay guys, the next most important thing that I want to talk to you about is what you're actually going to be juicing. I don't juice anything like super strange or really weird. You can, like if you want to, go to Whole Foods and get some dragon fruit, but I've never juiced a dragon fruit, though it would make an awesome smoothie. There's just a lot of confusion, I think, when it comes to juicing. I'm also in a couple of juicing groups on Facebook, and one of the things that I notice a lot from beginners is they'll post this disgusting looking glass full of sludge, and they'll say, okay, I made my first juice. It's beets and apples and celery and tomatoes and a pinch of garlic and 2 green bell peppers and 3 carrots, and holy shit, like, stop. You don't want all of that crap in there. Like, it's absolutely ridiculous. What I always suggest is don't make your first juice, don't put more than 3 different things in it. My go-to is carrot, apple, ginger. Mostly apples, a bunch of carrots, and then like maybe a thumb worth of ginger. Throw that in there. That's a fantastic juice for starting. Another huge mistake that I see people make all the time, when you go to the store, you're gonna get like a little bottle, like 16 ounces of juice. There's no way that that's gonna help you, especially if you're replacing a meal with the juice. You're gonna need to drink a lot. I almost never drink less than this right here in a single juice. I almost never will drink less than 30 ounces. I always aim to make about, I'd say about 45 to 50 ounces of juice, and then I'll drink all of that. That's why a lot of times I get like fruits and vegetables that are like really high content of water in them. An easy place to start, I actually found these watermelons. This is a normal seeded, locally grown watermelon from someone's garden, and this was actually 99 cents. Now, they're kind of beat up, which I think is why they were cheaper. I'm not sure what the inside looks like, but this is the perfect starter for your juice. Brandon, what is your ideal juice? You know, you drink that Fireball in my video like you don't like my watermelon juice, and I know you do.
We're gonna mix them.
We're gonna mix watermelon and Fireball. I don't think that's a good idea. So if you're starting out, one of the things that I would definitely recommend is just getting a watermelon and only juicing the watermelon. Or, let's talk about really common things. Apples. You can get apples anywhere. I always, almost every single juice I make has apples in it. Green apples are my favorite, or red apples. Depending on what color my juice is, I will mix apples. If I'm making a celery juice, I will add green apples to sweeten it up, because honestly, straight celery juice is garbage. It tastes disgusting. It's freaking gross, 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 gross. I almost never drink straight celery juice. I always add green apples. Another thing I want to tell you, don't put cucumber in your juice if you're going to be like taking it to work later that day. It smells like wet grass, and everything within like 100 yards will smell like wet grass for the rest of the day. It's so gross. I did that once. I brought a green juice to work with lots of cucumber in it. It was so disgusting. All day people were walking around, they're like, who has wet grass stuck to their shoes? And they were like bitching about it. And I was so mortified I couldn't tell anybody that it was my juice. It was really, really, really bad. Grapes, straight grapes, grape juice. How often have you had grape juice or apple juice? Also, I do want to say, as far as the apples go, if you want to do just like a plain juice, don't get apples, get pears. Get really nice, like fresh, crunchy Bartlett pears and just juice straight pears. It's awesome. So for beginning juicing, don't put more than 3 things into your juice. I would make your first juice just one thing, like watermelon or just pears. Your second juice, maybe try to spread it out a little bit, you know, maybe put 2 things together. You can put watermelon and lime together, but just slowly build your juices up. Don't put more than like 5 ingredients in a juice. It's gonna be gross. You know, get some watermelon, get some fresh mint, juice that. That's awesome. Another thing, citruses are awesome. Throwing some citrus in there. You can leave the peels on if you want. I don't, depending on what it is. Sometimes with limes, I'll juice the whole peels. Grapefruits, I'm not fond of grapefruit, and I already know that the peels are really bitter, so peels add bitterness to your juices, so I always take the peels off. The watermelon, I'll pretty much just literally cut the green part off, and I will juice the white part of the watermelon, like close to the rind. Only the green doesn't get juiced. Try to pick out some of the seeds. I'm not 100% sure how they're gonna do in my juicer. They are hopefully not too tough, and the juicer will be able to break them down and kick them out. But seeds, like apple seeds and stuff, they always go through my juicer and they don't really cause a lot of issues, so that's just a good thing to note. Brandon, do you have any contribution to my video?
Making juice?
Yeah, I'm making a juice. It's healthy for you.
Queso for you.
Queso ruffles. I'm really not proud of you right now. So what are you drinking today? What kind of juice is that? Is that a green juice?
It's wheat juice.
It's green. Wheat. Wheats are green.
It's beer.
I drink green juice. You drink green juice.
Liquid bread.
Liquid bread.
You want chip?
Kind of.
So make your juice.
Let me talk about my celery crisper.
Hi, beautiful. I love you. There's the biggest smile ever.
Oh my god, I almost dropped this on you and your This might be a really bad
Hi,
idea. This is full of water.
You're so pretty. I love you.
Okay, so while Brandon is talking to Kalina.
Look at her smile at her daddy. You're a pretty girl. I love you. I love you so much, princess.
Okay, so this is
Celery.
the celery crisper. This is the best thing I've ever bought for celery juicing because like I said, it's so disgusting. But
Pretty girl.
so I chop the celery so that it fits in here and then I throw it in there and I pour water over top of it. It keeps it, Brandon! It keeps it super crispy and it actually will help you get more juice out of your celery and it doesn't make it like as bitter and as disgusting. I'm really drinking beer behind me. So I would leave it in this for as long as you can, up to 4 days. I always try to leave it in there for at least 18 hours, but I just put this one in yesterday, so this one's been in 24 hours, which is pretty good. This will make me some pretty good juice, but you'll actually see these leaves and stuff perk up like as they get more water in them, and the celery looks super healthy. It's really crispy and super freaking delicious. I'm not even kidding you. So it makes a bomb juice. So I'm gonna put a link to this in the description. If you're gonna ever have celery juice, like you need this. This so far is just from about half, a little bit more than half of that large watermelon that I had. I did actually end up adding a grapefruit to it as well, so that's watermelon grapefruit. I've got this thing pretty scraped out. It was really, really ripe, like super ripe to the point of like you wouldn't actually have been able to cut it up into slices. So I guess that's why they were 99 cents, but that one makes really, really good for juicing. Now I do remove the pulp. I don't know if you can see in there. Which there is still a lot of liquid in there, but I don't want my watermelon juice to taste like a slushie. It is actually pretty gross. I don't like the pulp in there, so I totally remove the pulp, which takes extra time, but that's also why I'm saying you can throw it in a blender first, blend it up, but you still have to strain it to remove all of the juice. I just like my juice super smooth. Not all juices, but watermelon in particular. I don't know why, but it just kind of tastes like, this is really gross, but it kind of tastes like when that watermelon pulp is in there, it almost tastes like it's like coagulated. It's really gross in my opinion. So if you guys like that, cool. If not, cool. I do want to try to do the rest of this, but man, it's hot out here. But yeah, this is almost a gallon already just of the watermelon juice. So I'm probably gonna go throw that in the fridge because I don't want it to be exposed to the heat too much. So I'm gonna go do that right now. All right, you guys, just finished juicing that watermelon and one grapefruit. That was it. That was all that I put into my juice today. This is the pulp that I ended up getting out of there. It's pretty gross looking, but that's barely anything compared to how big that watermelon was. So all we did was we just pulled the liquid out of there. I probably could have done a better job straining it, but it just was taking so long. So just kind of said, nah, we'll live with it. But I got probably 1.5 gallons of watermelon juice just out of that thing right there, which is pretty incredible. So we'll have that for, I can drink that all day tomorrow. I could do just a watermelon juice, or you know, we'll probably have some with dinner, and it's gonna be delicious. All right, we're here with Chaser, and Chaser loves juices. Don't you, Chaser? Say hi. Chaser, say hi. Look at the camera. Say hi. Okay, he's not gonna say hi. So we're gonna give Chase a little bit of juice. Oops. All right, that lid has not been staying good. All right, Chaser, careful. Slow. Slow. Good job. Good boy, Chase. Careful. Careful. Wow. He loves it. Good job. Say cheers. Okay, so Mommy's gonna have some. Chaser. Smile. Is it good? All right, guys, so just wanted to wrap up my video. That watermelon juice was so good. We have a ton of it. Brandon wants to take it to work tomorrow, which is awesome. But I always like to make a huge abundance of juice. If I have the juicer out and I'm doing it, I make as much as possible. And then I just kind of store it in like really large jars. To be honest, I don't really go out and buy a lot of jars or anything. I just use like juice jars or old, you know, the liter or 2 liter, not 2 liter, liter kombucha jars, or I had like a liter lemonade jar that I was gonna put a lot of juice in. I have some of these plastic pitchers, which is like an awesome size. So this is right there, that's 3 pints, almost 2 quarts of watermelon juice right there. It's freaking awesome. So guys, please like this video. Chase, say like the video. Guys, if you could give this video a thumbs up, I would really appreciate it. I also have a book that I wrote about juicing. It's actually available on Amazon. It's downloadable if you're interested in that. If not, I mean, I'm always gonna post plenty of recipes. Just remember, keep things simple and have fun, okay? Stay hydrated, stay healthy, and thank you so much for watching. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Good job on your juice. Where are you going? You're gonna fall off the table? Say bye.
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 Bye. Oh God, your chin. Oh God. Oh, I'm stressing out. How about I help you? There you go. Okay. All right. Bye.